Welcome back to In the Oven with Adam and Brad. It last week was my birthday. We did the podcast on my birthday,
we did.
And then Adam scared me that morning with the confetti popper cannon that morning, and then I turned the corner in the afternoon, and everyone's there, and multiple confetti poppers went off. Yeah, so I definitely felt celebrated on my birthday.
Good, man.
So yeah, and then I went to the Masters on Friday.
Yeah, man, you had a busy little period afterwards. Tell everybody about it.
So yeah, I mean, Thursday afternoon, drove up to Augusta, and Friday went to the Masters. I'm not a big golfer. I actually have only watched golf on television if I'm like at someone's house that it's on, and I may like glance over at it.
Yeah,
but
it's like the Super Bowl of golf, basically. So it's I'll go to that. I'm not a big football fan.
And the funny thing though, afterwards, I was like checking to see who was going to win, because I watched most of these people play, so I wanted to see who was going to win. Sure. So yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was really cool to not have your cell phone and just be no one had cell phones. There was little like phone banks that you could like call, and I was just like, I don't need to talk to anybody that bad,
just unplug. That's really cool.
Yeah, and so that was cool. But the bougie experience was the UPS hospitality suite.
Ooh.
So we had to go around trying to find it, but essentially you come up to a gated area and there's a security guard there, and you have to show the credentials to get into the hospitality suite. And then she told you which suite to go to. But I know Delta had a suite in there, and then obviously UPS had a suite. And then I'm sure some of the other big companies.
Big time flex for their, corporate accounts that, you know how much we ship, right? So
yeah.
Travel is probably on the next ticket, and Amex lounges and all that mess,
Yeah, so that was really cool, because when you walked in, we went in from like the back patio area. So they had like 2 tables out in the back patio, and then when you opened up the French doors, there was like 4 round tables on the inside that seat like 8 people, and then the whole left side was like a buffet set up where they just had, for breakfast, it was like literally they had like an omelet bar where you could like make they would cook your omelet back there, and then they had like fruits, and they had yogurt and things like that, and then for lunch they had like a salad bar, and then they had like prime rib, halibut. And then they were making spinach artichoke gnocchi in the on that little hot plate area, and you get that. And then they had like desserts. Then they had like the Masters pimento cheese sandwiches, or the ham and cheese sandwiches that you can get. The crazy thing about the Masters is the food is cheap.
Oh yeah, that's their thing, right?
Yeah,
it hadn't really
changed the price.
Times.
Yeah, like a pimento cheese sandwich was $1.50. And then like a chicken biscuit was like $3.
Yeah, well, the ticket price kind of absorbs a lot of things.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think the ticket price is roughly $2,500 a day, because I think the 2-day pass was like $4,500.
Okay.
If you can get them though.
Yeah, we used to go all out on one of our customers with U.S. Lawns. Send him and his dad every year to the Masters, and my former business partner was a very, very high rank amateur golf player, and so he knew people that knew people, and we could always get tickets. So it was very beneficial for us.
Yeah, that's really
Put
cool.
us on a ton of business.
Yeah, so walking around there, first off, like even from a landscaping perspective, you probably would really appreciate it. Then it's meticulous, how nice everything is.
Well, that's what I said when we went to that one golf course. We were up in Milledgeville visiting them.
Yeah.
How I was just like, I mean, even that mess wouldn't fly in Panama City. Just the quality of the turf, the grasses, the stuff like that. Now, I'm sure the golf course was kept a certain way, but in depressed areas that they just don't have the money to keep that pressing all the way past where the actual golf.
Golf ends. Yeah. Well, Augusta's an interesting city too, though. It is. I don't know. I mean, it's like not. I expected to see just much more like posh, bougie, and it's not. This is like literally like a diamond in the rough, if you will.
Yeah, it's just that. That one thing once a year kind of deal.
And I wouldn't doubt that they make 50% of their revenue for the whole year in that 1 week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I bet at least.
Yeah.
Because no one is probably members there much. You have to be
No,
there.
to be a member at the Masters is like like Condoleezza Rice or someone.
No, I mean like at that club.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. To be members of the golf club there and to golf,
you have to be like
you have to be somebody.
Okay.
Like even there's some pros that are not members.
So then I wonder if they even make any money on that because they probably just gift it.
Yeah, I don't know.
People turn it down like, yeah, thanks, but I'm not going to give you $200,000 a year or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how golf makes its money.
Yeah.
Like some of the
so much land, so much, but I don't know, man. Time.
Yeah.
Memberships, up fees. I don't. Who knows? But then the maintenance, the ongoing maintenance.
I know, bro. They literally. I was talking. Tyler was telling me that he knew someone that took care of like one of the golf courses for like the Players Championship, and like he had a crew of like 3 people, and they were in charge of one hole. Like their entire thing was like this one hole. Like that was your hole. Like you kept the bunker good. You know you did whatever it was, but like that was it. But 4 people all the time for one hole.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, a big golf course, they'll outsource all of the outside work normally because they can't handle all of that. But they'll have 5, 6 people doing all the interior stuff, and that's mowing and reseeding and chemicals and everything, man. It's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely. And then, I've learned some golf terminology, but like how fast the greens are. So apparently they're just like, at the Masters, they're fast. And I saw someone go to putt, and I swear it was like a tap, and that ball just like went.
Yeah.
And, because you're essentially hitting it on concrete with how short the grass is.
Yeah, right.
So, but no, it was way more hilly than I thought it was going to be. When you see it on TV, it doesn't look like that. But in general, overall, a lot of fun. The gnome right here made it back with me. It's apparently a big deal to get a gnome, and a guy in the gift shop asked me if I wanted one because he had one in the back. So we have a little gnome right there.
Think of some names. Put them in the comments.
Yeah. Can you name our gnome?
Yeah, name the gnome.
But yeah, so after that, Friday went to the Masters like during the day, and then around like 2:00, Tyler and I headed back. So I got back home around 8, and then I met Aubrey out at the Majestic, and we stayed out there Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night.
Fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Fun.
Yeah, pretty much.
Back to making cookies.
Yeah. Letty's now to the age where she like enjoyed the beach. Like she used to, she was like she'd play in the sand, but she wanted nothing to do with the water. Right. This time it was she just like she wanted to get in. Nope. She loved it, like the waves. Yeah. So I don't know. It's always just fun when your kids enjoy things,
Oh yeah.
But
otherwise they're miserable.
Yeah. And then
you're miserable.
Yeah, and then so that was our weekend. Aubrey and I was solo on Friday night and Saturday night, and then Sunday we did a serve project with the church. We went and cleaned up like Glenwood area. They canceled church service and they asked everyone just to go do community service, which is really cool.
That's nice.
Yeah, and so we cleaned up that area, and then we took Letty out to the beach with us after that. She stayed with my sister Ariel. And then for some of you, that have been following, I haven't told you this yet either. Ariel got her biopsies back yesterday and it was all negative. So it's good. It's clear. So she was ecstatic because she said like, I've just pretty much been waiting on what I felt like it was like.
Damn emotional roller coaster.
Yeah. Yeah. So, she's going to see a speech therapist now, to help with her speech.
Yeah.
They said that like everything looks good, but like, I don't know. Do you know there's false vocal cords? You have false vocal cords and regular vocal cords? I don't know. But apparently her false vocal cords are closing before her regular ones, and that's what's causing issue. So she's going to have to like kind of relearn how to talk.
Okay.
So
wow.
Yeah, it's interesting to see all the stuff that this has led to, right? You know, it's just but everything is clear. Everything's, better. She's in a much better
Well, that's amazing
place,
news. I mean, riding on that, I mean, whatever. All of y'all, smart. You got good family. She's going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Get them positive vocal cords working.
Right, yeah. But it reminded me because you sent me, so we had people that leave gift notes on the Fat and Weird thing, and someone wrote a gift note to someone that beat cancer and finished their
radiation.
radiation.
Yeah, it's so sweet, man. Every now and then you just see something come through, and there's like a notes section that goes in the packing order. And it was, just a big thanks from some friends, and like, that's always heartfelt. Some people just out there thinking of you and wanted to send you. So anyways, I thought that was sweet.
Everyone needs friends like that.
Yeah, man. Makes you feel good.
Yeah. So that's pretty much my weekend.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Man, hung out at the pool, chased the kids around, got into some of this and some of that. We've been wanting to check out the Thai temple again. So there's that Thai temple in Callaway. We went there and ate. It's this weird little, for Panama City, I don't know how to describe it other than it's like similar to like you're eating at different stall carts in a small section. They raise money for their church. It's a good time. The people there are super sweet.
It's really good food too. I haven't been there. It's good. Right?
Yeah, it's great food, man. They cook it all right there. It's all super clean, but they're cooking it like Thai. People are going to cook their food. So.
It's like a street cart.
Yeah, so if you got some prejudices, just keep your ass at the house, because they're great people. They're sweet over there. Don't come over there starting drama, busting up my spot.
Yeah.
I know how some people are about, like,
food.
Yeah. So they're not wearing hairnets. They're just not.
Yeah.
Pick out your hair. I ain't had any hair in my
It adds flavor, okay?
Yeah, well, if you're working over a grill, it ain't really going to be a hair on your food. There shouldn't be.
Right. So what Eastman just put up there, Lunchables have lead in them.
I have not heard this.
So apparently there's some parents petitioning to remove Lunchables from school cafeterias based on the fact that they were, I didn't know that either, but they are.
Son of a bitch.
But it's based on the fact that there was a recent study that came out that showed that they had lead and some other heavy metals like be above the threshold.
Look, I don't know, but somehow Lunchables marketing, because I wanted to eat that little BS, and my mom was like, I'll just make this for you. Like, I'm not going to, it's like a couple Ritz crackers, a couple of BS slices of meat. Like,
right, and cheese,
I want the Lunchable. And my son, same way. Just like, no, I want the Lunchable. I'm like, you don't want that little cardboard tasting pizza thing in there. They're not good.
Yeah.
Kids want them. They need them.
I don't know
figure out what that
how
is.
they figured out. I think it was like kids that could play with their food. They could build their own food, essentially.
Yeah, they see the little tray and they're like, well, I want one.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's literally like, hey, we're going to disassemble the pizza.
Yeah.
And market it to children and then charge them more money.
Charge them more. Genius.
So,
genius. But they want to petition it to remove it from cafeterias. I did not know they were in cafeterias.
Yeah.
That's news to me.
And so you know what Lunchables' response was? Well, our Lunchables that we put in cafeteria are formulated differently than the ones that the public gets. So they're trying to claim that it doesn't have the heavy
Those
lead.
Are lead-free ones.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
But no, I thought it was a funny.
Government wouldn't let us put lead to weigh it down.
Well,
we're served by the ounce.
In my opinion, I would assume that the one in the school cafeteria was worse quality than the one in the grocery store, because you want to impress people in the grocery store. In the school cafeteria, they don't got a lot of choices.
All right, here we go. We got the list of 12 packaged lunch products tested by Consumer Reports and ranked from highest to lowest lead content. All right, highest to lowest. Holy smokes. All right, lowest to highest. We'll read it that way. Turkey, Colby Jack, and almonds, 7% of your daily lead. I think your lead intake should be around 0, but that's probably before you start having issues. 7%. We don't have to read all these out.
But those are the P3 ones, which are marketed towards adults, right? Because that's the protein ones.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be the super healthy.
Right, exactly.
Sprinkle in some lead.
But no, I think, a lot of them are 10, 20%, but it really gets egregious when you get to, like, the Lunchables pizzas.
I mean, yeah, but, yeah.
69% on extra cheese and 73% on pepperoni.
74 on turkey cheddar cracker stackers.
That's the one that, like, I felt like I ate the most. Like, it's just like the turkey, cheddar cheese, and Ritz.
74% of your daily limit of lead for one of those.
So if you ate 2, you are
cruising.
Yeah.
Might as well be smoking meth at that point.
Yeah, it is pretty wild. All this stuff is wild when they're like, your daily limit of lead, or like, I mean, what if someone said, here's your daily limit of arsenic,
Heavy metals, man, that causes brain problems.
Right.
Forever brain problems.
Right. So
Class action.
it's why they don't make lead paint anymore.
Yeah, no shit. Unleaded gas.
Yeah.
Because they were leading it up and people were developing diseases.
So anyway, that's
all right.
And then some
vaccines in the vegetables and lead in their meats.
Yeah. Oh God.
Fun.
Lunchables coming at you with the lead, and then you're gonna have vaccinated produce.
Yeah.
But an update on the megabytes.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even think people know what they are. They're like megabytes, what that term is, but that's our bite-sized edible cookie dough stuffed kind of poppable situation.
That's right, like size about like a marble.
Yeah,
a big M&M, like a peanut M&M.
Yeah, it is about a little bit bigger.
So we're trying to get so you just pop them in your mouth. You don't have to bite them. You don't have to whatever. Cruising along.
Yeah, so they're doing the install on the equipment this week. We're not there because they were supposed to do it a few weeks ago, and we showed up, and then nothing happened. So we're like, you get us one time. That's all you get. Yep. So we're doing that, and then you're flying up there tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah, so I'll go up there tomorrow, meet with them, kind of see what the finalization process looks like for all of that. Then we got to go over to go back over to Atlanta to see Cisco. They're having a big sales conference, and so their sales associates, food service sales reps will be there, and Christian and I are going to kind of go over how to sell the products to stores.
Yeah.
What the benefits are, where the margins are, how the store can make money, how the distributor can make money with it, and rah pitch the dream.
Yeah. I feel like this is starting to get more and more into your wheelhouse,
Yeah.
Obviously, for those that didn't know, essentially when I went to Sell Fat and Weird and the offer kind of fell through in the last couple of days, I knew that my only real choices were to push hard into the wholesale market, to potentially franchise it and see if that could help the company out, or just to shut down Fat and Weird, just because it got to the point where it wasn't as profitable as a company needs to be in order to continue, going. And so I was like, if I'm going to move along on any of this stuff, I'm going to need help. And it just coincided with that Adam had a lot of free time and was interested.
Assemble, action force.
Let's
go. We got a great team here, man. It ain't just me. It ain't just you anymore. We really do. It's we've been on the struggle bus for probably the past 12 months. I think we're still there, but there's the light is right here, right? I think it's right in front of us. And now we just have to figure out how to get all the way out of the tunnel, I guess.
Yeah.
Keep the analogy going. But we have the, agreements. We have yeses from all these big-ass buyers. We've got the equipment now to service it all. We've got the bags almost here. They're ordered. It's just all coming together.
Right.
The damn puck's taken so long to get out and get revenue going and whatever has been a speed bump for us, but I think even that's going to be a blessing in disguise because we've been able to stay fiscally tight and cash conscious, and we're going to get this kind of surplus cash. It's not really surplus cash. We ate the cost already. And, be smart with it. Use it for deposits on things. Finance some shit out.
Yeah.
Just
I think
keep cash conscious because, we see our AR and basically, you guys, as we're growing, we've talked about this a couple of times, but I mean, our AR, the money we're owed is jumping every 30 days. We're owed about a new $100,000 or so. That's money we had to incur the cost of to earn it. There's profit on that, but there's a lot of cost on that too. And so it's a good problem to have, but still, I think in the gut all the time.
Yeah, and I don't think that I was aware of how long it would take with the wholesale route. It definitely takes a lot longer than I thought it would. And maybe that's people like Max gave me unrealistic expectations because Sour Strips rolled out so fast.
Yeah.
But in general, I think
for us, it's going to take a period of stabilization. So getting the amount of business that we want, which we're about at the amount of business where our costs are covered and we're not drowning anymore. Now I think we need to tactically, we talked some about this, but tactically find a point where we want this much revenue, and then we stick for a period of time where we can actualize some profits.
Right.
Have them ready to deploy again, because every time we grow, we're effectively like buying the market or financing it, if you will. But we're not there yet. We need more revenue, just because, both of us want a lifestyle bump a little bit, and everybody here needs a little bit. We got employees that are working their tails off, and they need a little bit. We need to spread some around, but then from there, I think once we get the Unify order, once we get the Publix order, and we're really working with like the movie theaters or the gas stations or something, I think there'll be a plus with them. We're at a point where we don't need like we have, so we can say, sorry, we need a deposit, or you got to wait, or I don't know.
Yeah. And then like Adam was saying too, it's just like Aubrey and I really aren't paying ourselves. In fact, we're on the payroll to take like a very low amount just
minimums as an owner, basically.
Yeah, just to meet the requirements of, having an S corp and not. Right. But so it'll be nice that a livable income will come from Fat and Weird, and then all this other money that we make from social media or sponsorships or whatever that we can utilize for other things rather than living.
Yeah,
So
shit. Yes, but also like you didn't work your tail off. I don't work my tail off for just a livable wage. So at least that plus some. Y'all deserve it. So,
yeah.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna figure out what that number is, and then kind of not slow down. That's not the right word, but just be more tactical at taking on customers.
Right. Yeah.
The speed that we're taking them on.
I was just say when you're first starting, you take on anything and everything that makes you money until you can like get your feet underneath you, and then you start being more
selective.
Yeah, tactical about your approach, because then you can say, no, I don't need this, or this one doesn't. It just doesn't make sense for me. Yep. So that's your trip up there. You're actually flying up there this week, and then in like 2 weeks you're flying up there again.
Yeah, so going up there twice. We got the other equipment being installed.
Yeah.
So the tech will be up there the second time, and then in the middle we're going over to Biloxi to do the Benny Keith thing.
When is that Benny Keith
Monday?
One? Monday.
No, it's Tuesday, I think.
So like the 23rd. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Juggle, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It'd be nice, man. The food service distribution, man, is really going to take off for our brand.
Well, yeah, when people
we'll have like 100 salesmen from a couple different companies out there going, have you heard of this brand? You need to sell them at your store, and da-da-da. And so,
so I never really understood, like, obviously I knew distributors made money on, like, just the markup of what they buy it, right? Because they're essentially just wholesaling it out. But then, this is something I learned through this, is that there's, like, incentives that you can give the sales reps of the distribution company that they're making money on the case. So they'll make, like, $5 for every case that goes out or something like that. So it's they make fractional, amount on the amount of product in there, but
yeah, if you can have them selling your product versus the next guy. And the cool thing is the next guy in our category is so big that they're neglecting the salesman, or their incentives programs are stale. I promise you, they just are.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to go in and like literally Christian, head of our sales, me, COO, whatever, and be like, what would make you want to sell the shit out of this?
Right.
And figure out a way to make that happen. And so, like, it's just going to be cool.
Yeah.
We can be that fun brand, the distributors, the business side, I think will want to work with us. And then we keep doing the stuff on social media. We get better at that. We get better at giveaways or whatever we're doing over there. Then the people will like it. And so, that's what we're kind of searching for.
Yeah.
Ismit.
It's hard to be a brand on social media because people don't care about brands as much as they care about people, So that's something that we've been focused on a lot, is like trying to figure out what direction that we were going to take the social media in. So I'm sure if you've been following Fat and Weird for a while now, you can see that social media has changed slowly with the times, I guess you could say.
It really has.
So
this is a good one.
Yeah, I actually saw this last week. So Oregon, 3 years ago, decriminalized hard drugs, and they said they're putting a focus on treatment over punishment, but really I don't believe that. I mean, they were putting up places for people to safely shoot up. I didn't really think they focused much on treatment over punish. Like, I mean, obviously they weren't punishing, but they were making it where people had like areas to use in, you know?
Whack. Yeah, it's all whack. I don't want to act like I have but like people use drugs to escape their realities. You're just giving them a place to do it.
Right.
You're giving so instead of doing it over there, they're doing it over there, but they're doing it over there too because that's where they live. Like, I mean, if you're focusing on treatment, like, I don't know, keep pushing the drug dealers out of the neighborhood. Don't necessarily spend so much cop resources on the drug users. Maybe, I guess, I don't know. I'm sure it's more complicated than I understand. But, like, slummy areas, they get preyed on. They just, like, what would the treatment process look like? Because if you take an addict and, like, I don't know, get them clean enough, long enough.
But then reintroduce them to the same environment, they're going to go right back
to it. It's
to
like a prisoner, man. Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
the same deal. I don't know what the fix is. I just know that, like, you know, what a Suboxone or whatever the other drugs they give you to get you off drugs, or like
Yeah.
the therapy, like maybe there's some merit in therapy, but like even then I understand that this and this happened to you, but like at the end of the therapy session, you're going to go right back to your like
Right.
life. And like, I don't know, you and I think experienced some hard, stressful times, bro. At no point have I ever had it where I'm like wanting to even do anything like that. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine what these people go through.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that a lot of them too probably did it because they were like numbing some kind of pain, but then you get addicted to that feeling of like numbness.
Well, so it's weird because I sound like I talk out of both sides of my mouth. It's like you just can't do it. Like, just don't. I mean, like, because I believe in freedom of whatever,
Right.
like if somehow you had the ability to go use drugs and when it was appropriate and then just completely not and be about your life, why would it's fine. I mean, it's illegal, so don't do it around me because I don't want to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I would not really judge it. Just like, I drink alcohol. I don't come to work drunk ever. I don't
Right.
come hungover. I don't anything.
Yeah, you don't miss work because you drink too much. Yeah.
Right, because you just don't do that part either.
Right.
So with drugs and how addictive, one, my personality, anything worth doing is worth ever doing. But two, like just with how addictive they are, don't do it.
Yeah.
We talked about this on the thing about like teaching like why people might want to or whatever. So like, I don't know if you're broke and like your life sucks and everything around, like I don't know how you treat it.
Yeah.
Trade school? Trade school.
Yeah.
A trade school, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's going
I
to get
think-
too deep. I'm going to get sad. I know that everything I've seen on Portland has been an absolute just, it looks like I would be terrified to walk around with my kids on the streets, seeing people do who knows what. Not just doing the drugs, but then doing all the like, just gross public sexuality, whatever, drug behavior.
Right.
Like,
well, I mean,
this is society.
obviously this isn't Oregon, but like I have friends in Seattle, and I think they did a
I heard
decriminalization thing
that
too.
was bad
and
too.
like my friends were like, they're literally just like needles on the ground out like on the sidewalk, like while you're walking down like a public street. Then this is something that just blew my mind. They actually have a program now of people go every day and clean up human feces.
Oh yes,
because-
San Francisco's that way too, man.
Yeah. So
There's
Seattle
like an
has a
app of like
you can report it.
ways for poop.
Yeah.
How gross.
Yeah, and so they said that like people would just like be defecating on the sidewalks, like, and then you know they have like a group that comes through and cleans it up. But we bring all this up because you know now Oregon has realized it did not work for them, and they're actually restoring criminal penalties for drug possession. So
Yeah, which see, here's the deal too, man. Like, does it have to go full swing? Some of it, like, I don't know, man. It's just it's a use of resources. And so like drug possession to me is not the same as drug use in public. Now I don't know how they knew it was on you, but like I've also seen the videos where it's like, why did you decide to just go up to that man and just search that dude?
Right.
He seemed fine in the video. I don't know. Not trying to play. Just kind of trying to go like, well, weed, right? Medically legal in Florida. But otherwise, you can have just the wrong plant in your pocket and go to jail.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, and don't even get me started about the fact that you can have a medical card for weed in Florida, but yet if you travel outside the state of Florida, you can't have the weed.
You also can't buy it illegally. I mean, because it's illegal. Like you can't grow it yourself. You can't do which.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can't make your own.
Ibuprofen.
I don't know, but like, it's all jacked up. The government taking care of when we just say, you know what, who's going to do it best? The government. We get stuff like Portland.
Yeah, but again, like I was saying, it's like if I go to Texas, I can't have have weed with me. But if I had a Xanax prescription, I could travel all over with my Xanax.
I know that's
so,
why it's silly too, because it's not really medicine. That's why I can't go to CVS and pick some up.
Right.
I have to go to this place. It's like, I mean, I like the places; they're very friendly, but
yeah.
It's just like an old pot shop, dude. It's like a bong shop or whatever.
Yeah,
just cleaned up.
Digital IDs. So, speaking of medical marijuana cards, which digital IDs, I saw the thing where you can actually, I think I told you about it. You don't need your driver's license to fly. Yep. You can register your ID essentially with the TSA, and they can see everything. But China has already began their social credit scores.
Oh yeah.
And Australia is starting their digital ID program. So, yeah, how do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know. I think I'm for it because I don't really think I have a choice. When we decided to go with the Social Security number and the Social Security system in the United States and serialize everybody that was born, I think we already have a digital ID. We have a constitution, though, so we actually get a say in some of this shit, but we're not using our constitutional rights, and we're electing only a few folks that, press them on that. China, it's scary, but it's, gosh, I don't know, man. It's one of those I don't know how much patriotism to stand on because, it'd be a hell of a lot more convenient. Depending on the credit perspective of it, it tells a much bigger picture of a person's financial acuity at the time.
I worry about who controls it.
Yeah.
Right, because at the end of the day, I mean, whether you like Trump or not, it doesn't matter. A lot of people will agree what's currently happening to him. I don't know. Do you know he's in court right now over the hush money stuff? But the judge required him to be there in person, so he can't be out campaigning. Mm-hmm. And most of the time, the person doesn't have to be there in person.
Legal representative.
The legal representative can be there. They don't need to be there. So, whether you hate Trump or not, we all can agree that no matter what side you're on, you don't think that people should be kept from going out and campaigning and trying to win an election by a populist vote, or I guess they call it the Electoral College or whatever.
Well, I believe traditionalists believe that, because we still believe in a level playing field.
But what I'm saying, though, is if this social credit system existed and people didn't like Trump and they were in charge of it, they could literally blackball.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just know that I believe that I know some liberal folks who would be vehemently opposed to Biden being treated the same way Trump is, but because it's Trump, they think it's okay, and somehow can't process that that's hypocrisy.
Right.
They're like, it's not hypocrisy. It's Donald Trump. It's no, but it is hypocrisy still. Yeah. Okay, cool.
But I think that's my main concern about these digital IDs and this stuff like that is who is really controlling it? Because if it's government control, then I definitely do not want it anywhere near it.
I don't either, but I don't know who I would trust enough to have it. But almost like a private company, almost, because they would have a financial protected reason to protect it. I don't know. That's scary. But I mean, it's going to come down to, they're all going to have to play with the NSA. So that's just going to
AI is going to run it.
Oh, I don't know. But like think like Apple is going to have one and Google is going to have one for sure.
Yeah.
They both already have their authenticators.
Right.
So it'll be some version of that. I imagine TSA will just make it even harder to fucking travel without it. You know, you got to take your pants off or something. Who knows?
You have a full cavity search.
Yeah, man, it's like, why I got to take my shoes off? Scan it with the same machine. Like, oh, because they got to, you know, I don't know. It seems like a class system. We're just getting everybody ready for the class system.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I still am just like, I think there's a lot of Black Mirror episodes kind of.
It really is. The whole world is just like coming to, just being a Black Mirror episode over and over again.
Accused in lawsuit. The court documents unsealed last week revealed that Meta allowed Netflix to peek into Facebook users' direct messages. The documents are part of a major antitrust lawsuit against Meta filed by Maximilian Klein and Sarah Grabert. According to the plaintiffs, Netflix and Facebook enjoyed a special relationship that allowed the streaming giant to better tailor ads with the latter's bespoke access. So I think I told you about this.
We did. Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah. I don't think we talked about it on the podcast.
I don't know if we did, but it wasn't out that they had bespoke access. We'll see what level that is.
Yeah.
They made it seem like it was very broad.
Right.
But if it's like, hey, no, what's Brad looking at?
Yeah.
That's a level of.
But that's, I mean, from what
But you agree to it. See, that's what's tough, man. You agree to it, but like, oh man, we're all so busy. We're all so like, I almost think it should just have to pop up every time. Like, hey, dickhead, like everything you do on here is being watched.
Right, but by Netflix though, it's like a separate company, right?
I know,
you know,
right?
Yeah, I think it's weird because it's like it was private messages. It wasn't like I think if Facebook wanted to sell the data of like Brad liked this movie, like he went to the page and he liked that movie, or Brad's very active in all these Marvel and DC groups, so
absolutely fine.
You know, spit stuff at him that way.
But I don't know that I like on the personal level of like, yo, Brad came over and liked Adam's video.
Right. Yeah.
That Adam shared. I don't know if it's broad, like the Brads of the world, like the Theses of the.
No,
day.
but from what I could tell,
like,
it seemed
dude,
very.
This person. Like,
yeah.
Then it's like, oh, dang. Because then, well, now you got to go back and look at what all you agreed to, man. Have Facebook on in the background on your phone, and it's still skimming what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have location running on one of them, and it'll just stay running.
Right.
Like, where you going, dog? You let me look.
That's all the time I choose the option that says allow while using app for locations.
I'll
but then I was
be like, what in the hell is tracking my stat? Like me right now, and I'll randomly have something on.
Yeah.
Turn that thing off.
Yeah. I have to do better about like closing out all
That's
of
what
my
I mean.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I
Just
like,
the look on it.
feel like I don't do that well enough. This is an interesting one. Fish bandit arrested for taping fish to ATM machines. I don't know if there's any more information than that, but apparently, I mean, they show a picture. Literally, it's a fish taped to a machine with like a cigarette in its mouth or something.
We need a picture. Wait, right here. Boop. Picture time. Yeah, dude. That man's doing the Lord's work, all right?
What kind of fish are those?
Bass.
This they kind of look like smallmouth bass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, I don't. What's the purpose of this? You know, like if I walked up to a ATM and saw that, I mean,
that's
obviously
hilarious.
you wouldn't want to use it because you'd have to like get the fish down before you could use it.
Out of service. It's a fish now.
Oh, you know, depending on what climate he's in, that probably smelled rancid.
Yeah. Bears and raccoons will come get it.
Well,
where was it at?
Provo, so Utah.
All right.
One Instagram. Oh wait, what?
Oh.
Frankfurt, Germany, Guatemala City, Guatemala, and Phoenix.
Fish gang.
One Instagram video shows a fish taped to an ATM in Tokyo and what appears to be a subway station.
TikTok.
We're going international. Oh, so it's kind of like a club. It's people
who taped a fish to an ATM club.
It's like Fight Club.
Yep. We don't talk about it.
Yeah, it's an exclusive club that you can't know about.
All right. Well,
but, yeah, that's a new one for me.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth. I'm not in that club.
Yeah, I also am not in that club, and I don't want to be in that club. Where did you think they got the fish? Do you think they caught them?
These are like river fish.
Yeah, I know. It's like
This is a fisherman's club. The fishermen against financial institutions. Yeah.
Fishermen against financial institutions. The FAFI.
Faffy.
Faffy. So, yeah.
You should on to y'all.
Make that shirt and then hit up these clubs and see if you can sell them.
That's perfect.
But I don't know if people would be wearing them out because then they'd be like, oh, they know I'm one of the fishermen that tapes fish to ATMs. But, all right, well, I guess last thing, we'll end on this, but O.J. Simpson passed away.
Oh, man.
Do you think he did it?
The juice. Yeah, hell yeah, he did it. He wrote a book and said he did it. Or basically, I feel like it. I haven't read it.
Oh, okay.
But I think the book was called something like "What If I Did Do It" or some shit.
What if I did?
I mean, he was right. Like it would be double jeopardy. He was good. They let him off. He was acquitted. So.
So he can't get charged for it.
No,
yeah.
No, so.
Well, I heard that the loophole is that is like he couldn't be charged with second-degree murder or something.
Yeah,
he could be charged with third degree or first degree.
New evidence, I believe that maybe they could. But yeah, dude was nuts. Then he got like a kidnapping charge. Then he actually like went to prison, I think, for a little while, and then got out because he like kidnapped some people that had some of his memorabilia.
Do you know? Like one of the rumors is that Khloe Kardashian is actually O.J. Simpson's daughter that he had with whatever the mom Jenner.
Yeah, Kris Jenner.
Yeah,
she was married to the lawyer.
She was married to OJ's lawyer, and
That's
if you look at and Khloe looks nothing like the rest of the girls.
I don't know.
She's tall, like really tall. OJ Simpson was really tall,
okay.
and she just doesn't look like the rest of us. And if you go back, there's like literally photos where they line up like OJ Simpson and then her and like baby photo stuff, and it's like, I don't know. I could see
There's another. Apparently, TikTok has a theory that his son did it. That his son stabbed and attacked him. I don't know. If
it wasn't O.J. Simpson. It was his son.
Yeah.
I've heard that theory too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. I'm reading it off the screen, but crazy.
But really,
the internet was ruthless, bro. That picture of O.J. and I'm sorry, I don't know the lady's name that he killed.
I don't remember. Yeah, his ex-wife.
Sorry.
Right? His ex-wife?
But anyways, it's O.J. On her, it says O.J. Simpson, and then on O.J. Simpson, it says cancer. It's great.
Oh, gosh.
It was like instantly.
People jumped on it
Bro,
fast.
I know, there's so many memes.
I feel like
funny.
they probably made memes like waiting.
They had them waiting, bro. Yeah, Reddit was like living on that, ready to go.
Yeah, Reddit's an interesting place.
The army, bro. Is 4chan still a thing?
I think it is, but I think it's part of like the dark web. You know,
don't piss them off.
Did you find anything, Eastman, about Khloe Kardashian being O.J. Simpson's daughter? Yeah, type in Khloe Kardashian, O.J. Simpson's daughter. But yeah, I mean, because it was a big thing on TikTok a couple of years ago. I feel like, because everyone's just like, bro, she looks nothing like the other Kardashians. All resemble each other.
You got to look up the Justin Trudeau and Fidel Castro.
People are saying that they're related.
Look it up.
Oh wow!
And the like timelines match of like when his mom was down there in Cuba and all kinds of shit. And like you do the face thing, and you're like, what?
Interesting.
Yeah. And Fidel always had them little patchy beards, and Trudeau doesn't grow a beard.
Yeah. Did you find anything on it?
Oh, he went full on.
Oh, you went.
You need to get the.
His face.
There's the younger ones. Look at that one, the black and white right there. Click on that one. That one's better.
Yeah, but look at the Khloe Kardashian
Hold that
one real quick. Yeah, like look at the like.
Okay.
And they're like showing a lot more. I mean, because like look at the dad compared to. And it's hard, I guess. It's those photos like there. Right there. Is Khloe Kardashian really OJ? That one, a Cora one, up to the right. Right, left, I mean down. Sure, we're going all the way. Yeah, that one. Like, look at the resemblance.
Yeah.
So, again, that was a rumor. I mean, look, and right there, all the way on the far right, that's apparently his O.J. Simpson's daughter and Khloe Kardashian.
Oh, weird.
Side by side.
Weird.
And
yeah, there's a lot of resemblance.
Yeah.
They've had so much work done too, though. That it's hard
now, that's why I said before you'd have to go find the old stuff of them. They actually
started their story a long time ago, you know?
I saw a video of the Kardashians, like currently overlaid, and the person had an eraser, and when they erased it, showed their old faces and stuff.
Okay.
Bro, wild. Wow. How the difference. It's crazy. Like their entire facial structures.
Yeah, and of course they all say, you know, no, it's not true, but whatever.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Well, I mean, why would anyone be like, yep, O.J. Simpson was my dad, you know? Like, or Fidel Castro.
History,
I don't think
the winners get to write the history. So.
Would you ever be like, yeah, Fidel Castro is my dad? You know, I mean,
he's basically a communist and, you know, up there in Canada, so I feel like leading the Communist Party.
It fits.
Yeah, it fits.
All right. Well, that's it. I think we've talked enough crap today.
Rambles.
You know, but thank you for joining us in the oven. You're worth it. Do hard shit.